Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, playing some 40NL on these two tables and 60NL Aussie dollars, which is approximately like 25NL sterling and 35NL sterling, something like that. Basically it's 55 pence to the dollar, so we've got, I don't know, $25 here and 55% of 60 here, 30NL-ish. Right, we know this guy and he's 3-bet me and I know he doesn't get out of line. So we are... Oh, I didn't mean to fucking fold though. Concentrate, Reggie! Fucking concentrate, we had a queen. Damn. What a fuck up. What an immediate fuck up start to the video. So yeah, I was too busy explaining how currency conversions work when no one really gives a fuck and fucked up with an ace queen. Anyway, forget that. Yeah, lately, oh yeah, hit like and all that shit. Oh, this fish is left. Fucking hell, I'm all over the spot. I'm all over the spot with my train of thoughts. Yeah, so recently I've been kind of getting a little bit kind of lost in my game a little bit, trying to like wait for too many perfect situations that just don't come, trying to play like technically correct as I believe it to be, not like my own style, just like trying to play a more technically correct style of poker, like trying to be balanced, trying to be not GTO because I haven't studied GTO, but kind of when I watch people who play GTO strategies, trying to mimic their strategies a little bit, trying to like do what they do and try and understand why they're doing what they're doing. And I'm not very good at it, to be honest. So, what we're going to be doing more of going forward is like a lot more of like my old school type of play, like this type of play I use like way back before like the first Black Friday, if you will. I'd love to go back and watch like the old Deuces Crack series from Beluga Whale, like the coaching tree, because I think watching that series again, like trying to recreate this type of play that was like advocated in those videos would have you utterly destroying these games, because these games are like it was back then. These games are like it was back in like 2007, 2008 type times. I've been trying to find that video somewhere, or that series somewhere. It's not on Deuces Cracked anymore. Can't find it anywhere on YouTube. If any of you guys do have or can tell me where I can access that thing, just to watch it, not so much to learn anything from it, just for the nostalgia. I used to fucking love Beluga Whale. If any of you guys can point me in the direction of that, that would be tremendous. But yeah, very much old school style of play. Getting out of line with our C bets when we have like equity, backdoor equity, we flop draws, etc. Kind of with our 3-bets, not worrying as much about wanting to block us to this and block us to that. Just think if someone's a bit out of line with their opening, I'll just get a bit out of line with my 3-betting. It's just going to be a lot more old school, anything but 2020 style balanced poker. I'm going to be quite unbalanced in a lot of spots, and I'm not really going to be able to justify a lot of what I'm doing because I'm going to be like floundering a little bit for the time being. Fuck me getting walks with aces when we've got people with 49, 54 VPIPs at the table. That's disappointing. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of floundering. Hopefully it'll be a lot more entertaining than watching some bad old Nick trying to play a somewhat balanced strategy. And yeah, there might be some spew along the way. There might be some mistakes along the way. I hope not too many, but if there are, then so be it. It's not something I'm going to lose an awful lot of sleep over, because I need to enjoy poker, to put volume in. And I don't enjoy trying to kind of mimic a modern style of poker. I just find it really fucking dull. And then maybe technically it's correct, but I don't give a fuck. I find it dull. I find it boring. So it makes me not want to play. So we're going to be doing some weird stuff probably, or weird stuff by 2020 lines of thought. And yeah, hopefully things will work out for us. And it seems like a good turn to just jam on. If he's got an 8, then good for him. He doesn't have an 8. I've been a little bit too worried lately about, can he call with a lot of the stuff that you hear in a lot of videos and you see in a lot of discussion forums, like can he call with worse? What better? All this stuff. Just like there's gonna be an awful lot of me have best hand, me bet. I think a lot of me have draw, me bet. We're going caveman style basically. We are going to be a poker caveman. Because I think sometimes when in Rome, do as the Romans do, etc., isn't the worst approach, especially when it comes to like having fun and still being profitable. I think I could play more styles in these clubs and be profitable. It's just about finding the balance of which is most profitable, aligned with which is most profitable, that makes me want to like get out and play, like 14, 15 times a week. You got to get that. You got to strike that balance. And I haven't found that balance lately, but we are going to. That is for sure. You can see we've done away with the min raising and the 2.5xing. That's gone for now. We're going to be going with some big isolation sizings when we want to. We're going to go with some big 3-bet sizings when we want to. I wasn't super happy with the audio of my last video, so tampered with the sensitivity settings in my microphone again. Hopefully it picks everything up a little bit better. It was kind of like dipping in and out a little bit last video, so hopefully we improve things again a little bit. Maybe not, maybe it's going to be too loud or too something, who knows. Jacks. Let's just 4x jacks under the gunner. Let's just 4x jacks under the gun at a table with lots and lots of loose players. Let's just bet massive on this flop. I still think we have the best hand here, but I don't think we get called too often with the queen. So we're going to check back and we're going to call any card that doesn't kind of hit around the 3-4 type region. 7's fine. I'm going to call on a 7. Snap falls, which is disappointing. Pairing a gut shot. Let's have a bet. And a backdoor flush draw. Don't really care. He's got so little money. When you put it in, probably get called and be behind possibly, but we have some outs if we are. We're not even behind, which is nice. A big ISO here at the big blind with the ace jack suited, and we get a pretty terrible flop. We're not going to see bet on this occasion. We're just going to check fold, sadly.
We have a flush. I'm not that excited by offsuit cards lately, so we're not going to try and... We don't need to isolate because we've already got him heads up, and we just don't get too many c-betting opportunities with stuff like ace 10 against like passive calling stations, so we're just going to like, check it out of the big blind with the ace 10 offsuit. I guess we're just going to hold the turn facing the double barrel from a very passive player. I'm going to do the queen jack here. I'm going to go with the big ISO and just try and get God or one heads up. We failed to do that because this dude just decided to come along with the cold call out of the big blind, and then the one we wanted to get heads up just limp folded off less than 5 blinds. And we've flopped pretty badly, so this is going to be the end of this adventure. Just flopped the absolute nizzles looking. Tried to trap poor old Reggie. That's not very kind, is it? That's unkind, poor Reggie. Out here trying to create some content, trying to have some fun, and got dudes just flopping the nuts and checking it twice. Shit houses. Treat myself to a new vape. I think it's like an Aegis or Aegis Zeus or something or other. Not going to isolate the Queen 10 off. Fuck off suit cards. I'd rather isolate a 6-7 suited there than a Queen 10 off. We're not doing offsuit cards these days. Bored of offsuit cards. Offsuit cards fucking suck post flop. I let one of my weakest aces go here on a relatively coordinated board versus a pot size bet. Didn't really see much of a way to show down there if he was going to continue bombing away. And I hate to just like check call or play passively like in spots against people who might just keep bashing big bets in, because they're going to force us to fold at some point, or they're going to force us to make some very uncomfortable calls, and we don't want to do either of those things. As you can see, we are not short of fish in these games. And I make no apologies for calling them fish. Fuck that recreational, fun player, VIP, all that shit. We're not short of flat out fish here. 42, 50, 38, 49, 49, 54, 38. I mean, look at them, they're everywhere. All we've got to do is play reasonably well, long term, and beat them. I'm not going to have a 3-bet here against someone who opens 5%. I'm actually going to fold. Give me suits. Give me suitedness. Just quads. Just the quads. Okay, we'll have a little dabble with the Queen 8 suited. Come on, Billy Ray. Get on with it. Queen 8. That's 2 pairs. That is 2 pairs. And we are going to have a chunky bet. Not the ideal turn card. Not an ideal turn card. I think we can still bet though and like fold to a raise. What size on the river? I mean, we lose to some better 2 pairs. That's for certain. We know that. I don't think he has a straight. So do we now check to induce bets from missed draws? Yeah, I think we do. Okay, he did a wow. He had a monstrous hand on the turn. Good for him. He probably wins it all there if he raises the flop. Well, not probably about to. He does win it all if he raises the flop. Don't open Queen 8 suited under the gun, kids. That's the lesson from that one, I think. I think that's the learning from that hand. Go on then. Oh, well. Never mind. What are you doing, sir? Nearly 3x pot on the river with some value that you've slow played too much.
That's what you're doing there. You went with a slow play. No one delved in, so you decided to overbet. Jack 5 suited, no thank you. Not going to get much done with the deuce 4, the 9 deuce, and the jack 5, are we? We're not going to be creating good content or having fun with those holdings. Come on, PPP. It was something we can have some fun with. Yeah, there we go. Have some fun with that. Our friend up here, coming in with the cold call again. That's a pretty miserable flop. Just won't be doing any c-bet in multi-way. We will be ripping straights though. And we will be going with big old squeeze here. I'm going to go with the check jam here. Like backdoor nut flush draw, gut shot, 2 overs. You know, try and like somehow make him like try and bet pocket 8s to protect them. Possibly think about folding them. Something like that. Doesn't. Oh, the 8 comes on the turn. I think he's going to be very pocket pair heavy here. Like small baby pairish type stuff. Didn't 3-bet pre and he 3-bets a fair amount. It's quite irritating. Don't think we can fold just yet though. I know I said it's going to be very pocket pair heavy, but nevertheless. Didn't bet the river there because if he was bluffing on the turn, I wanted to give him a chance to continue bluffing. Don't think he has 6x very often except for maybe pocket 6s, but then maybe pocket 6s doesn't bet the turn or does bet the flop. Didn't feel like it was a sensible spot to bet. More chances going to fire a bluff if we check than call with worse if we bet. What off on the set mine here?
of this table. Ooh, that is not a set. This guy does not fold to many three. Fuck it. I'm going to have a 3-bet with our king jack offsuit. Oh, he doesn't fold to many, but he found the fold there. That river feels dirty. No. Ace, queen offsuit. Let's have a little 3-bet or squeeze. Yeah, we'll go with the ISO. He's dunked into us here. A lot going on. Kick off with a C-bet here with the ace queen. Go with a raise here, I think. Now we're backdoor stuff. The donk just seems weird. He calls. Turned an ace, which is pretty nice. If he's got us, then he's got us, I guess. Giving up here with the ace 5 once he donk calls. Ace queen gets through over here. Giving up here. Someone donk calls there. And yeah, they could have some king 10, 10 9s, that type of stuff. But when I whack a bluff raise in and I get called and I don't improve, then usually I'm just going to shut it down. Pretty easy C-bet here with the king jack. And opponent snap balls. Not C-bet any 8-6 4 flop against the big blind. We now will be going for a bet on the turn though, of course. Ace 10 suited feels like a bad hand to call against someone who shouldn't have any bluffs against that stack size. And he didn't have a bluff. So tempting to peel the 9-5, but we won't bother. We won't bother peeling the 9-5 suited. It's tempting because, well, it's a little bit pretty, isn't it? But no, the guy 3-bets a lot as well. But never mind. Jack 10 would have been in rough shape here if we decided to take a punt versus this guy's just open jam. Of course he would have flopped the nuts. And then he got sucked out one. We didn't play the 7-5 to flop a 7 on ace 7-7, ace ace 7 and dispute. Especially not against a friend of the channel and someone who only c-bets 35%. Called in 2 spots. Our top pair, shitty kickers, just got worse with the jack getting there. Straights improve, flushes improve. 2 pairs become a distinct possibility. Ace 8 becomes an easy fold. I mean, why would you be a regular and then buy in short? Don't like you, Titan. Or Tank, okay? Not a fan of your approach to the game. Do it. Thank you. Don't do that. Happy day. Happy days. Happy days. So what? The poker lord taketh away with one hand, he giveth back in another.
table's gonna be there. To the point where we're actually just gonna leave it. And we'll pause and slot another one in. Come back into our me. We isolated this dude with Queen 9. We flop a pair and a flush draw. Not going to barrel a turn on that particular turn. We're just going to check and hope to get there. Everyone gets there. I mean, fuck it. We know he's calling, but he might fold. You never know. No. He didn't. And who can blame him? Who can blame him? Not me. I don't blame him there. Guy, trying to work out if he's just like someone who plays heads up where he's got them stats, or if he's just like a bad aggressive player. And I'm coming down on the side of he's just a bad aggressive player. Could be forced to eat those words very quickly. Now, do we lead here or do we go with the check raise? I'm going to give him a chance to bet again. If he bets small, we raise. If he bets bigger, I'm just going to wimp out and just call. And yep, that was pretty bad from him, I think. I think like the C bets, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. No issue with the C bet, but barreling off there with that particular hand on that board. From my perspective, I'm in love with it. From his perspective, I think it's probably really bad. We'll have a little bet against the 72 VPIP. He's going to miss with so many of the hands he's playing there. Then comes back. So yeah, the misclick quit, or he's having second thoughts about playing, and third thoughts, and fourth thoughts. Are we allowed to lead here with our top pair? I don't know if we're allowed to, but I'm going to. I don't feel like the spot where I want to start check calling very often. I can certainly get some value from this dude. We pick up a straight draw. I'm going to continue with the aggression and then decide on the river. See, lots of things have missed. Don't think we can get value with a third bet. Check and decide. I'll just check and win. It's fine too. Maybe given how quickly he checked back, going with the check call strategy there might not have been in our interests. Start off with a little nibble here with our good shot. Snap called. Give up. Up a top pair here. Willing to play for all of it against a 75 VPIP. Bet big enough on the flop so we can just shove a lot of turns. Only he decided that he'd had enough. Not folding under any circumstances to any of these guys here. Snap call the king 10. He upsizes the turn. We're going to fold. Check back our ace queen. Check back again, and then shove river for value, I think. Our friend here goes all in. We get a win from the sevens. We're up against ace 10. Let's just hope he doesn't get there. He didn't. Thank you very much for the donation. You now get the confirmed fish tag after that rather ambitious jam. And yeah, after a slightly ropey start to the video, we've picked up chips everywhere, which is nice. Whilst playing some very, very solver disapproved poker. I don't think I'll ever be solver approved. Well, I know I won't be, and if I ever need to be, then job's fucked. It's time to get back out into the real world and earn a living properly. Maybe not the best idea opening this into these stack sizes in the. Well, he's not even in the fucking hand, so never mind him. We're civil of a 50 VPIP to just join us. That's a set. Sadly, our opponent's got no money. Don't do that. Oh, Min Donk can fold. Fucking cretin. It's time we started begging for some good cards again. Not sure whether to like end the video now. I'm gonna continue playing because my tables are good. We'll just keep it fucking rocking and rolling. Fuck it. We'll just record for as long as I'm gonna play. I haven't got many commitments today. Not sure what time Mrs. Regan's coming home. Not sure what time she finishes work. I mean, I should pay more attention, but I tend not to. Our friend here is three bellows. I'm not having that sizing. I'm just not having it. Oh, but then the min 4 comes in. Alright, whatever. We'll fold. We'll fold to the min 4. I got my isolation raise wrong here because the min 4 was amusing me too much, but we got a pretty good flop. And I think we're going to overbet this flop against this dude. I'm not expecting to fold any like pairs, draws, etc. Let's go with $4. Of course he had pocket kings. He min called 4-bet. I mean, the only other hand he could have had there was pocket aces. Min 4-bet. What a legend. And that's why blue tags exist. These dudes. 3% 3-bet, 30/10. Cold min 4-bet pocket kings. And then shits his pants on an ace-high flop. That's why God created blue tags. Which would be green on anywhere else, but sadly there's no green here. My profile picture now is of Trigger. This guy plays like Trigger. mm, I should probably 4x because of the guy in the small blind, but we'll just go with the 3. Aha, our friend here has decided to switch seats, which I understand won't be approved of by many people. It's not something I do a lot of these days, but it's not something I'm going to give people too much of a hard time for, especially not people who are like. I mean, if this was like some cunt regular we didn't like, I'd probably stick the needle in, but because I like this fella, we'll just blind eye it. It's obviously good strategy, get the biggest whale on the player to your direct right. It's just a little bit frowned upon, isn't it? Etiquette wise, it's not great, but I've said in many, many videos many years ago, fuck etiquette, just do what it takes to get the money. So I'd be quite the fucking hypocrite. I think when I do it, it's fine. When somebody else does it, I'm like, don't do that. But when I do it, fuck it. It's all good. Because I'm an absolutely massive hypocrite. Amusing looking action going on over here with a bet, min raise, call, etc. He raises here, it's such bullshit. And it's such bullshit if he raises. That's not the flop for the red jack queen, is it? The 559? What are you doing to me? Turn card gives us glimmer of hope. Not anymore. And not often used yellow tag comes out on PPP. Don't see many get many of those to the pound. Yellow tag is for like some basically players that are nittier than me. There are not many of those around. I'm just surprised to see a squeeze coming in here from this aggressive dude. We might just have to just fucking jam if he does it. Squeeze was not incoming. And then we get a pretty unfavourable flop multi-way, and then we have some dude to lead straight out. So we are out. I don't think, I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think Steve R is very good at poker. Just don't think you are, Steve. Don't think you've got what it takes, dude. I want to play longer, but I'm starting to get hungry, and I've started thinking about steak and kidney pies from my local pie shop, which, might I add, is just the absolute fucking nuts of a pie shop. And now I started thinking about steak and kidney pies. I'm struggling to stop thinking about steak and kidney pies. I think I'll play for another 20 minutes or so. I think we'll go buy some pies, take one up to mother, have a brew with her, and then come back for the afternoon session. Some high quality racing on television this afternoon, so I'm not sure how much of an afternoon session it'll be in the early afternoon. Maybe we'll have a late afternoon session from like 3:30 p.m. onwards. That's a good time to play on these clubs. Very good time to play, in fact. It's around midnight Australia time, just after midnight. So quite often you can get some guys who've had a little drink, or some guys extending the sessions because they've been running bad and losing and not playing well. And we like playing against those guys. So yeah, I think that's the day plan. The day's plan is play for another 20 minutes or so, go to the pies, go to mother's, come back, punch some horse racing. It's got ISOs here. I don't think I'm going to 3-bet. He's going to call and then raise some flops. All I'm thinking about is steak and kidney. Yeah. And I believe my wife is cooking me a full English breakfast for tea tonight. So that'll be rather pleasant too. And who knows what the plan of action is for tonight. Could be watching some TV with the wife. If there are any Sky streamers doing the rounds, we maybe watch them. I final tabled the Mega Stack on Sky on Monday, which is the first decent one I've had in the tournament for a while. Swearing off them, but I keep getting dragged back in when I watch streamers. Get him, win. Get him, win. Get him. Oh, you can get him as well. I don't mind which one of you gets him. Just one of you get him. Oh, you don't. I like that. Just take a moment to appreciate this guy's line here. I mean, he has to call a turn, of course, but defending the Queen 7 off, then having the audacity to donk it on King 7 was a true joy to behold. Middle table appears to have gone a little bit crummy, but as it's nearly steak and kidney pie time, we're not going to bother replacing it. 18-17 with an 8% free, but that guy is dedicated to never flatting free, isn't he? He's a dedicated never flat. If it wasn't for this dude, I'd probably be thinking about wrapping the session up now, given that all I can think about is pies and some tables aren't what they used to be. Wow, this guy's now, everyone's wanting the Jesus seat on Bray. Poor Bray. Go on then, we'll have a little look. What out though? We don't chase quick shots. This guy's just an asshole short stacker, isn't he? That's what this guy is. He's not topping his stack up. He's just some asshole player short stack strategy. Which makes him one of the worst people on the earth, without question. Not a good idea opening this with 2 short stacks behind us, but they are short stack fish who don't 3-bet very much, so I think it's not as bad. Do I want to c-bet here? Yeah, I think I do. Multi-way, which doesn't please me too much, but these two guys are both short enough where we can just call it off if we shove. We would not have got there. And I said Mike Taylor's had joined us with his... Ooh, have I tagged him wrong there? Damn fucking straight I have. I think I need some pies. I think we might be... That's all I've thought about for the last 10 minutes almost is pies. It's a shame because we have this dude. This table, there's whales everywhere at this table, but none of them are that particularly well stacked. I'm going to take a stab at this because, just because he might fold. Fortunately, he did. Opening the ace-4 off. Not a fan of it. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, ace-6 on the button open. Yeah, fuck those people. Fuck those guys. Fuck their mothers. The boys are gambling. And it's taking a damn long time over requesting with that. I mean, if you're going to play the 5-3 to an all-in, then, you know, or the ace-7 to an all-in, don't fuck around with the possibly running it multiple times bullshit. If you want to gamble, just fucking gamble. That's the way, lads. Get on with it, mama. Boring cunt. And just like fucking raise his half fist. What a fucking monumental cunt you are. Someone fucking take him. We've got a good flopping to overbet. So that's what we're going to do. Got a good turn here to overbet. So that's what we're going to do. So the 1912 with a 3% 3-bet wants to go with the 3-bet, does he? We're going to set mine against him, and if we flop a set, we are 100% going to felt him. We do not flop a set though, so he is now going to win this pot. Look at that. What a lovely size to choose. Well done, sir. Small 3-bet percentage. Massive C-bet percentage. You, sir, are an idiot. Right. Pie time. Sit out blinds whenever we can. What this software really needs is sit out next blind hand. Next blind function. That would be nice. We're going to end up with a straddle everywhere if I do it in time. I've been known to say I'm going to do that on every table and then just miss the straddles sometimes. Right, gee. Be ready for the straddles. Already fucking missed one. Did that button jump? I think it jumped, didn't it? So that's not my fault, that one. That one's not my fault. If we miss it on this table, it's going to be my fault because I know it's coming next hand. Right, tray versus the jacks. And the jacks get there on run 1. You don't get there on run 2. You don't get there on run 3. Unlucky, Bray. I like Bray. Unlucky. Right, straddle. He's on. What? Oh yeah, sorry, ignore me. We're not defending the queen 4, so we can just stand up and leave this table. I'm going to be straddling this table next hand, and then that's going to be it. We are out. Not c-betting multi-way with some absolute maniacs. It's a scary lead, but obviously we can't fold. You bet's big this river. Consider folding because he did lead into like 2 whales and me. Depends how big he goes, and we have to call for that price. Chop it up. Straddle. There we go. Straddle is on. Three 7 offsuit. That's, you get what you deserve when you do this straddling shit, don't you? You get what you deserve, and we deserve that. But we might get to see a flop yet. You just never know. You just never know. Are we going to see a flop, or is someone going to spoil it? We're going to see a flop. Gut shot. Call. 5. No. 5. No. Never mind. Stand up. And kiss it goodbye. Right, thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you've made it this far, you are a fucking legend. Just type legend in the chat, okay? Take care, everybody, and bye-bye for now.